Why they talking about me, Lamont?
Oh, who talking about you?
This Mr. BKNY Hoops. He's talking about me here.
Hoops was in the BKNY Hoops was in the comments, man. He was talking about you in the comments, man. See, BKN Hoops. Now you have the opportunity to really address your comment in the chat, because he put a comment in one of my videos. Go James Kingdom. Mm-hmm. This is what he said. He said, "Go James Kingdom, man, brings down the value of your platform." And people proceeded to ether him in the comments, and he didn't really have any more replies. So now BKNY, you have the opportunity to come up here. What the hell does that mean? Because I think he's only giving me value.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's
But I mean, the link is in the chat, man. You can come up here and explain yourself. Oh, we got BKNY Hoops up here, man. He's coming to address you, Go James Kingdom.
Hold tight.
Killing the value, man. He's about to do a whole financial statement and breakdown, man. He's about to tell us, man.
What's good, Lamont? How you doing, man?
What's up, BKNY Hoops, man?
Oh, man. So, again, man, like I was saying with Ajani, that he brings no value to the show. He picked the Lakers actually winning that series, and so did you, Lamont. I was actually shocked.
What does that have to do with you saying he brings no value?
Basketball. I had never had the Lakers winning that series, man. Never.
What does that have to do with your comment?
He doesn't know basketball. He doesn't know basketball.
What? Excuse me?
Okay, so you said he brings no value to the channel because he picked the Lakers to beat the Timberwolves.
He doesn't know basketball, man. He just doesn't know basketball. He just doesn't.
Hey, who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't.
Like, give me one take that makes.
I just said it. Well, actually, really, with the whole AD can't anchor a defense when you actually read a scouting report. You know, he can actually really, he really does anchor defense.
So you want to frame
right there, lost me right there.
No, BKNY, check this out. Now, so that you don't feel that we're being biased, what we can do is we can take your question and we can ask ChatGPT. BKNY Coop says that GOAT James Kingdom does not know basketball because he posed this particular argument. Should we? And is GOAT James Kingdom illogical and don't know basketball? Or if I'm wrong, Max ether me and get me up off the panel. Should we ask ChatGPT to be the non-biased arbiter of this question?
You're gonna learn today.
Okay, so let's do it.
We can do that because, like, when Ajani actually said that.
Okay, so BKNY,
let me go look at some old AD highlights.
BKNY Hoops says that GOAT James.
He said old highlights. He said highlights.
Okay, hold on. GOAT James Kingdom does not know basketball because of what?
Oh, his take on the Anthony Davis can't anchor a defense. His support of Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic.
One at a time.
All right,
Anthony Davis on his take that Anthony Davis cannot anchor. You said cannot. How did you word it?
Anchor a defense.
Anchor.
He's not a defensive anchor, pretty much. I think.
Okay. Anthony Davis is not a defensive anchor.
They still on that one, Ajani.
Okay. What else did he say?
Oh, his support for Austin Reeves.
Okay. What do you mean? His support of Austin Reeves. What do you mean?
He actually thinks that Austin Reeves brings value to the Lakers when he really doesn't. His contract does, but not him per se.
He believes that Austin Reeves brings value to the Lakers based on his play.
Yeah.
On his play, and BKNY Hoops disagrees. Okay. What else you got?
I think that's more. I think that's what I can actually think.
Now, okay. So now, based on what you know about GOAT James Kingdom. Are these takes illogical? And BKNY Hoops is right and a basketball historian? Or is BKNY Hoops wrong? If so, please Max Ether this Brooklyn Nets fan, and escort him off the panel expeditiously. Okay, let's see what they kick out to us, man. Now this could go either way. I don't know what it's gonna say. All right, so you ready for this, BKNY?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so it says, oh no, hold on. It says, oh no, BKNY Hoops, a diehard Nets fan, is trying to slander GOAT James Kingdom, one of the last remaining high IQ hoop minds holding this panel together. Hold on, we got more. Let's go ahead and escort BKNY Hoops off the panel like he just checked into a KD, Kyrie, and James Harden super team rebuilding meeting.
Hey, the undisputed champ, Michael.
It says, let's clear this up before we keep handing out ether. Correction. BKNY Hoops believes Anthony Davis is an elite defensive anchor. GOAT James Kingdom argues Anthony Davis is not an elite defensive anchor. So now, the real question is, who's right? BKNY Hoops is right on one specific point. Anthony Davis is absolutely an elite defensive anchor. GOAT James Kingdom is a Hall of Fame take artist, but in this rare case, he's cooked. Why Anthony Davis is an elite defensive anchor? Defensive production, 2.3 blocks per game, leads the league in contested shots, top 5 defensive win shares, when healthy. Can't guard 1 through 5, plays drop, hedge, switch, acts as a primary communicator and rim deterrent to the Lakers coverage. Team impact. Lakers defensive rating jumped significantly with him on the floor, anchored the number 1 defense in 2020 en route to the championship, even though it was part of the season. When AD is healthy, the Lakers are a top 5 defensive team when he's out. Middle of the pack. Postseason resume, 2020 bubble run, defensive MVP of the playoffs. I didn't know they gave a defensive MVP of the playoffs out. Locked up Jokic, Bam. I don't think he locked up Jokic.
There is no defensive MVP, and he didn't.
Well, when he says locked up, that means he probably affected his efficiency. So like the 23 or 24 points that Jokic had to score.
They used the White House. They used the White
and JaVale McGee. But hold on, we'll read it all the way through, and GOAT James Kingdom will have a chance to respond. 2023 playoffs held opponents under 40% at the rim. That's elite anchoring, not just a good defender. Hold on, did it give us the say on Austin Reeves? Hold on.
No, I said I was right on Austin Reeves.
No, it didn't.
You said it yourself.
No, he didn't say nothing about Austin Reeves.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's put it all together in one. So it's giving us on AD, and ChatGPT is siding with BKNY to a certain degree, but after we ask it questions, we'll see. Okay, so hold on. What does it say about Reeves? I'm just trying to. Okay, so it says why Austin Reeves brings value to the Lakers. Number 1, basketball IQ and playmaking. Operates as a secondary playmaker. Easing pressure. It's still talking about Brian and D'Lo. Let me correct this.
I'll give that. He is a good playmaker. That's the only thing I really give him.
All right, I'll just skip that. I'll just skip that. He's shown the ability to run the offense in key stretches, high assist to turnover ratio in late game lineups, efficiency in shot creation, shot 36% plus from the 3-point range in back-to-back seasons, elite at drawing fouls, 6.3 field goals per 36, often in clutch situations, makes winning plays, understands spacing, and cuts at high IQ levels. Playoff and clutch impact. 2023 playoffs, he averaged 17.6 points per game in the Western Conference Finals. closed out games over higher paid names like Beasley and Russell, frequently trusted in closing lineups by Darvin Ham and other staff. He's not a superstar. He's a glue piece every contender needs. For BKNY Hoops, you nailed the AD argument. No notes, but calling Reeves a non-factor is like saying Tim Duncan was boring. Maybe, but he won. Reeves isn't just running around. He's making real basketball plays that show up in W's. For Go James Kingdom, you fumbled the AD call. That man's a firewall, the plug, the rim lawyer. But credit for spotting Reeves' impact. Most people miss it because he doesn't dunk or screen. So do y'all want to add any context to see if ChatGPT changes his language?
Yes, ask ChatGTP, does that mean I don't know basketball because of my Anthony Davis take?
I mean, do you want to specifically add context to the take? Because I think
Johnny, you actually support Russell Reeves? You actually think he's a
hold on?
Do you actually believe Anthony Davis is an actual elite anchor?
Hey, ChatGPT actually backed me up over here, man.
So did ChatGTP back me up on my angle, brother.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. Go James King. I think there's a lot of fill in the blank on the AD topic that he did not insert. That could. Do you have an opportunity now to ask some clarification to ChatGPT? Because I think that BKNY Hoops put a blanket statement out there that just left a lot to, and he just left a lot out there on the plate.
But ChatGPT filled in the blanks. He could guard
BKNY Hoops. As far as Ajani right now, and then I'll go to you next on the Austin.
Yeah. Because my definition of a defensive anchor is predicated on a team defender, on being able to communicate, having high IQ, not just protecting the actual rim.
He's an excellent help side defender.
BKNY Hoops, you got to hold on.
Right.
Let me get Ajani. I'm gonna come right back to you.
I think that your time is done, and I think that the spotlight should go on top of me. Yeah, and I'll tell you what.
I mean, ChatGTP broke it down specifically when they talked about how Anthony Davis was an elite individual defender, but he wasn't a great team defender.
Hold on.
So
His predication of an elite anchor.
An elite anchor, the predication of elite anchor is being an elite team defender. And this is why Anthony,
team defender. All right, because now we got a little bit clearer context. It's taking a little time on this one.
Yeah, everybody got Max Ethan. I can get my turn. Let's see what it says.
Oh, it did this right here. My bad. It's tripping right here. It made it like a report. Okay, hold on. So, hold on. Let me tell it. Just put the text here in the thread. This thing is creating reports, so I gotta click on this shit. I don't want to do all that.
That's why you can't rely on it, man. Or you gotta pay for the.
Listen, my high IQ requires reports, Lamont. Okay, that's what it is.
I see that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what
my high IQ requires reports.
All right, let's see what it says. Okay. It says, for BKNY Hoops, you nailed the AD argument in the traditional sense. Blocks, contests, defensive outcomes all say elite. But don't sleep on the nuanced difference GJK pointed out. Anchoring a scheme goes beyond just contesting shots. For Go James Kingdom, you brought context to the term anchor, framing it around leadership, rotation command, and overall scheme direction. While AD's stats scream elite, your critique of him not being a team quarterback like a LeBron or Jokic holds nuance, not ether. And your Reeves take, certified W, he's a valuable high IQ piece who contributes to winning basketball. Clarified verdict. All right. The clarified verdict is AD is not a team anchor. It's nuanced. Reeves is valuable. 1-1. And it says AD is not an elite anchor conventional. Reeves is not valuable. That's completely wrong. 1 win, 1 loss. So let's see what the final report is. This isn't a full ether. GJK applied a higher standard of the word anchor, and while unconventional, it opens up an intelligent angle that's worth debating, not dismissing.
But wait, there's more.
What do you want me to do from here?
Yeah. Let Mr. BKNY Hoops respond to that. So as you can see, they stated exactly what I stated, defining. Again, we're not talking 1900s basketball. Okay, so we're talking 2025 basketball.
Now you can credit him for highlight blocks and things like that, and they're yelling and they're screaming, but they did not look like a very good defense just because AD was out there. And I just don't know what information you have that supports otherwise.
I'll do my research on it.
You had 5 months. I said this back in January when you first heard it. What
ChatGTP says for the most part you're wrong. I mean, you were talking.
No, they're not.
No,
No. They said exactly what I said. That he's great at contesting shots at the rim. He's an elite rim protector, which is a conventional idea of a defensive anchor. Which I said if he played in the '90s, he would be probably the greatest defender of all time. But in today's NBA, you got to do more. You got to communicate, cut off driving lanes, also protect passing lanes. He doesn't do that well. He's not a good communicator. He's not a good defensive anchor. I stated all of this. Again, you did not hear that. And
I'm looking at it from my basketball lens. I think he does a lot of that.
Yes, you got to step out of the 1900s.
Hold on. What do you think AD does so I can put it in here?
He disrupts passing lanes. I mean, he guards 1 through 5.
Hold on. Let me tell you what I've put in here so far. I said this is FYF sports debates. You cannot judge in between. We talk about defense and offense in depth and not in a conventional sense. You will need to select a winner. Let me put winner. It says you will need to select a winner based on the nuance and context and barbecue the loser. Now, what do you want to add before I hit enter?
No, nothing more.
BKNY Hoops has nothing to add. Please reach a conclusion.
I put nothing more.
Technically, Lamont, it said my take was too high Q for the average NBA fan. That's what it basically said.
Okay, let's see what this kicks out, because we have to. We can't toe the line, man. Say less. This is FYF sports debates, not feelings and fairness forum. Yeah, facts. It's not no feelings and fairness forum. Ain't no both sides have a point in this arena. You're either cooking or getting cooked. Facts. Final ruling. Let's see what it says. I think it might side with BKNY Hoops, man. GOAT James Kingdom wins the AD debate. BKNY Hoops gets barbecued and escorted out like he brought potato salad with raisins.
Take that Karen along with you.
Why BKNY loses? He relied on conventional eye test stats, blocks, contests, win shares without explaining how AD actually leads the defense. He never addressed rotation command, vocal responsibility, or system coverage orchestration, all required to be a true defensive anchor. He argued as if rim protection alone equals anchoring, when modern basketball shows us players like Draymond, LeBron, and Jokic anchor by direction, adaptability, and processing. You can be elite defensively and still not be the anchor. And BKNY refused to separate the two.
I'm going to do my research on that. All right, I got you.
This is the research. This is the research. What do you mean? There ain't no more research.
Like I said, I've seen AD being
Can I finish?
A help side defender.
That's not an anchor.
All right.
Okay, I'll put your response in after. It says, why GOAT James Kingdom wins? He redefined anchor the way it matters in modern defensive scheming. Anchoring equals calling coverages, initiating rotations, reading actions before they unfold, not just blocking a layup after it breaks down. He put AD in his proper context, an elite defensive talent who operates best as a reactive piece, not a defensive quarterback. He drew the line between being the firewall and being the general. And AD ain't the general. Let's be clear. That's not slander. That's just honest, layered basketball IQ. That's
Here's
FYF
your max ether, sir. Here's your max ether. You shouldn't have been talking shit.
BKNY, you out here waving contested shot numbers like they're a secret defensive blueprint. Meanwhile, GOAT James Kingdom was in the lab diagnosing how AD functions within the system, not just what the box score says. You thought rim protection was anchoring. That's like thinking rebounding makes you Dennis Rodman. You argued Kendrick Perkins. You argued like Kendrick Perkins reading the back of a cereal box. This ain't NBA Reddit. This is FYF Sports. We don't reward shallow praise with wins. We reward basketball literacy. Official scorecard. Goat James Kingdom won. Goat James Kingdom won both arguments. A unanimous W. Clean sweep. Someone hand BKNY Hoops a towel and an exit route. The grill is still on, man.
The Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, woo.
BKNY Hoops, man. We got to put you on the big screen. Let's put them on the big screen, y'all, man. We got to put BKNY Hoops on the big screen. BKNY Hoops, you got to talk to the people, man. You said he holds no value to the panel, man. But then ChatGPT, after multiple deliberations, man, it basically put you on the flame broiler, man. What do you got to say to the people, man? Let's get the music.
Listen, I'll hold on one second. I'm sorry, man. Chris, all right, for a second. Again, I still think that Ajani brings no value. He actually is, to me, an elite defensive anchor. I don't care what ChatGTP actually says. He's wrong on his Austin Reeves takes. And if you look at how the Lakers actually performed in the first round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, I think if you had Anthony Davis, they actually win that series. That's all I have to say about that.
Nothing else?
Nothing else, man. Nothing else. Oh yeah, and the Austin Reeves thing, man. Listen, I don't care how good of a playmaker he actually is, right? He's too slow-footed. He gets, you can actually physically overpower him. He doesn't have the foot speed to go out there and contest three-pointers. He can't recover. He's a net negative on the defensive end. The 17 points that he does give you, the 15 to 17 points, he gives up more by allowing other opponents to score 20 to 25 points against him, man. That's all I have to say.
Okay, so while you were on the big screen, I'll actually input that information into ChatGPT.
I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence.
Right?
This is classic.
Right? So hold on. Let me put the screen back up.
Hold on, before you put the screen back up, can I say one thing, Lamar?
Oh, yeah, let's put you on the big screen. Hold on, my bad. Let's put you on the big screen real quick.
And as
Talk
we
to the
always
people, man.
as we always say here in FYF, fuck your feelings. Fuck your opinions. Goat James Kingdom. Goat James. LeBron James, the greatest basketball player ever. Ajani, the greatest LeBron fan ever. No one can challenge me. No one can defeat me. I'm undefeated like Michael Jordan in the finals. In fact, I'm undefeated like Scottie Pippen in the finals. You guys cannot handle it. It's fine. Like I told you, Goat James Kingdom, Ajani the Exposer. I do this for fun. The Badman in the Badlands. Nobody wants to challenge me. I want a 20v1, including Hollywood Herm. Add him to the roster. BKNY, put yourself on the roster. I am taking on everyone at once. ChatGTP said you got max ether because Anthony Davis cannot anchor no defense. In fact, we're going to find out why Joker can anchor the Lakers better than Anthony Davis very shortly. LeBron James, bitches!
All right, there we go.
You have now been exposed by the
What's
exposer.
R&B?
And for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like,
now, did you get a look at the man who assaulted you?
I did.
Okay, can I get a description?
Yeah, he was probably around 5'9", 5'10".
Now, how about identifying characteristics? Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo? Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you?
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content